Welcome, guys, to the Golf Podcast Live. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Andrew DiAlberto, and he's from the Winners Award Group. Uh, this is a fantastic partnership that we've come across. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Andrew. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we could see that maybe your camera is turned over just a little bit, so you're kind of sideways there.
You guys made me sideways. Sorry about that. All right.
Well, that's perfect. That works out too. Well, Andrew, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about Winners Awards Group and what you guys do.
So I met the owner, one of the owners, Lou Chiera at Winners Award Group at a golf networking thing. And he was talking more about his family foundation that sends kids with cancer to summer camp and teaches them how to play golf through the first tee and ice skating through a grant from the Panthers. And I kind of fell in love with the charity that the guys here at Winners run. They do basically raise $250,000 in 2 days last year with a silent auction and gala and then a golf tournament the next day. And I said, hey, why don't we do the On Par podcast live from your charity event and we'll help you promote it. And then we did that. We had a great time. We hit it off. And then all of a sudden it turned into Lou and Nick, the brothers that own Winners, saying, hey, why don't you come in and we'll sponsor your podcast and you can do business development for us. And I jumped on board about a year ago, and it's been off to the races ever since.
That's amazing. And what types of awards do you guys do? I know there's some very unique items, but what types of awards are you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, you can see like in the background here, we got the championship belt trophy for golf. That's kind of our hottest selling product to country clubs nationally. We do a lot of member gifts that go along with that, shootout awards. You can probably see the Tommy gun up in the corner there. That's for a speakeasy event. So, we have every type of glass or crystal or anything else that any other award or trophy company might have. But we set ourselves apart by doing some super customized things like, I have even the Ryder Cup rings for the U.S. champions 2 years ago. These are replicas, of course, without all the bling in them. But, the guys who won the Ryder Cup from 2 years ago are wearing our rings, which is pretty cool.
What's the wildest trophy you've ever made? Is that the Tommy gun back there, or is there something?
You know what? Here, let me grab the camera and show you real quick. We actually did. This is a replica of a cannon for the battle at Brush Creek because the golf course is actually built on it. We've got a genie-style Aladdin lamp that we turned into a trophy. And then this one here, every single female specifically that walks in notices this. This is a pair of stiletto heels that we created a trophy out of for a stiletto race. Unfortunately for us, it only lasted about 2 years because there were too many ambulance trips and broken ankles. So we only had those clients for that stiletto race for charity for 2 years. But the heels stay and live in our showroom here in Coconut Creek because every single person, men or women, but especially females, notice those high heels on a trophy. So I'd say that's one of the most outlandish ones.
There's probably a few lawyers still working on cases from that event, isn't there?
I don't doubt that, but I stay out of that field. I leave that to the professionals that do that kind of thing.
Amazing.
I'll tell you, we're speaking with Andrew DiAlberto. If you're just joining us from winnersawardgroup.com is where you could reach him. Certainly Drew at winnersawardgroup.com is where you could follow up with him. You mentioned the Ryder Cup rings. That just blew me away. We spoke before the cast. I couldn't believe you had those. Those are beautiful. But you guys also did stuff like the TimberTech Championship Trophy on the PGA Champions Tour. We've got so many Champions Tour boys that come on here. It's really nice to know. And over 500 country clubs take your services, both corporately and for tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, they love the fact that we're a one-stop shop and we're really creative and we show them all types of new things every year, whether it be awards or promotional items they can use for member gifts or tea gifts or things like that. So, yeah, we go outside the box and they like that. And, working with people in the golf profession leads us to working with people in the corporate world. So over the last 21 years, same ownership. have grown the corporate side of the business through the game of golf, which is really what the On Par podcast talks about all the time, is how golf just opens up a ton of doors in the business world and the business community, because there's only 200 touring professionals in golf, but there's 30,000 professional golfers that are doing something completely different than getting paid a bunch of money to play golf in tournaments.
Well, I think it's really great that you're joining us today telling about all of this, including the On Par podcast. Make sure you check out Drew DiAlberto on that cast. Hopefully we'll be guests on there soon. We'll get you back on here as well and talk about what you do at winnersawardgroup.com, Director of Business Development. Outstanding products. Make sure you check him out. And for Michael Bleakley, Andrew DiAlberto, I'm Raphael Calmat. You've been watching the Golf Podcast Live.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.